Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching. Welcome back to Phasmophobia. Today, we're doing something a little bit different. Yes, we're on Tanglewood Drive, everyone's favorite beginner map, but I have changed something. So if we go look at the ghosts here, I did knock it down to 2 evidence, and I will never ever claim to be really good at this game, but I will never lie to you guys. And one of those things being is I know a few of the ghosts, but I want to share my thought process as I'm going along here to try to narrow down what the ghost is. And yeah, that being said, we're here. That was pretty quick. So anywho, I'm semi decent at the game. I don't know all 24 ghosts like the back of my hand. Shut up, dude. I'm trying to do an intro. I have you guys muted so you guys don't have to hear this part. But he's going on about what the ghost is possibly capable of. Anyways, now you guys are back. Sweet, you guys get ambient sounds, cool beans. So yeah, 2 evidence instead of 3, which means the game is going to be switched up a little bit here. Now, normally, I would play with night vision and bringing in the crucifix. So I think that's what we're going to do for our first trip or 2 inside as we get all our equipment in there. So a couple changes that do happen whenever the evidence is dropped down to 2 evidence. 1, we don't get a 3rd evidence. Kind of hard to find the ghost for somebody like me who's not very intelligent. So I'm going to turn on the lights as I enter and do our first ambient temperature reading, which is 9.0, very fancy-pancy. But a couple things that you'd normally look for on 3 evidence runs are going to be changed. So one of those changes will be, if you're on a 3 evidence run, the ghost writing book, for instance, if it's thrown, that means the ghost writing will not be an evidence for that ghost. But if you have 2, 1, or 0... Hello? Are you a shower ghost? Are you trying to get pretty for me? Ooh, you might be. Hi. So it is 5 degrees in here. I am seeing my breath. Good indication that this is the ghost little habitat. What are you tossing? Dude's going nuts throwing something. Dude's gotta chill. I think it's a dude. Don't even look at the board on the way in. Nancy Anderson. Have a ghost blow out a firelight, capture a photo of the ghost, and get sanity below 25%. So one of the reasons why I do like to light one for the homies, and I'll light other candles in the house, is because if the ghost is traveling around, it's a good indication as to the ghost has got the ability to travel around. But also if the firelight goes out somewhere like here, it's did I light that candle? Yes, that means the ghost was here. But anywho, as I was saying about the, did I turn these on? I did. The ghost writing book is, we still have to find the bone. Is if the book is tossed when you're on a 2 or 1 or 0 evidence runs, it does not mean that the ghostwriting book could not be a potential 3rd evidence that's being hidden. Another example of a candle. It just means that for that particular investigation, that ghostwriting will not be something you're looking for. So a demon can absolutely leave fingerprints, freezing temperatures, and have the book tossed. Unfortunately, I did not know that a while ago. And Big Mom and I were scratching our heads at that one because I made this big brain move until the book was thrown. I'm like, wait, it can't be a demon if the book was thrown. Even though, yeah, things, places, whatnots. We are looking for what? The breaker and the boner. None of which are in here. Son of a biscuit. So what we will be looking for, though, is the ghost personality traits. We will be also looking through the book because sometimes I need a good refresher as to what I'm also looking for. So we finally found the breaker in the basement. Now, unfortunately, and also fortunately, we did find the bone. Never mind. Scratch that thought. Now the question is, am I wearing pants? No. But it is snowing harder than Tony Montana's desk outside, so I should probably put some pants on at some point. It's getting cold in here. Anyhoozle. Little personal tidbit of intel from Steve-O. Let's get temperatures down to 3.7 degrees. I have no idea what the ghost could possibly be yet. But we're going to come in here. We're going to pick up the crucifix. We're going to bring in, let's see, the ghostwriting book is a good one to bring in early because it is one of those pieces of evidence that kind of needs to cook a little bit, cook in the books. But you can go back and forth to the truck, go do something else around the house or the location, and it will still leave evidence for you. So let's go place that on the floor here. Now, I did get a question about the placing stuff. So if you hold down your place button for a PC, it's F. You see that little white ring in the distance? That's the radius of the object. So if I pick this bad boy back up, crucifixes specifically, you can't just toss it on the floor like this. It'll work just fine. Now things like the book, if I just throw that, it's going to go like that. So it really does depend on what the evidence... Not quick enough in the draw for that one. Son of a biscuit, we have a wasted photo. But a red light event, that was fun. Thanks, Nancy. I remembered your name, you're in trouble. Speaking of which... Oh, if the lights are flickering, that means something's probably about to happen, so I like to equip my camera. So, since we know the ghost was last seen in this little corner of the room here, the spirit box here does have a radius. Hello. So if we stand next to where the ghost is, we can have a better chance of response. So, where are you? How did you die? Give us a sign. What's your favorite color? When did you die? How old are you? Hello? Nancy. So one thing we can do is just toss it in the floor. As long as I have my proximity audio on, or my microphone, the ghost is listening to us at all times. I like to play like that. Is it smart to play like that? No, not really. But it's just more fun to have the ghost be able to chase me around. Anyhoozle, we are going to go get the EMF detectors, get the UV. And let's go put the... Nothing else. Sweet. Never mind then. I was going to bring the camera in because I like to do the camera before I do the dots because I like looking for the orbs, the interference of the dot lasers all over the place. All right, so far so delicious. No UV. We're going to put the flashlight on the door. Good old EMF detector. That's nice to have. Put that in the toilet. Give her a flush. Whoop. No, that was me, EMF. Ooh, let's get that interaction photo real quick. I like to wait for the sparks to dissipate a little bit and then take the second photo for the burned crucifix. Oh, now that beep means EMF 5. Sweet, so we have somewhat of an earlier attacker. Spirit Wraith Jinn. All right, well, what's going through my head right now? I need to get the lights on. That ghost is hella active. So, the lights are still on. That means the breaker was not tripped. It could very well be a Jinn, but at the same time, we have another couple tests we can do. We can test for a Wraith, which is Wraiths. They do not like to step on the floor. So if you put down some salt and this ghost passes over the salt without disturbing it, that means that it's not a Wraith. So we're going to do that next. But EMF 5 is our only object. One thing I'm also kind of listening for, even though it's hard because I won't STFU, and yeah, the sound of my own voice is drowning out other things, is double taps. So if, for instance, where we're at now, the twins, if there was an object that was thrown, then immediately thrown again, it's a good indication that was actually twins at play. I'll get your photo in a second. Right now, we're still just trying to find that second piece of evidence that's really going to help us narrow down our search. That door is getting touched more than my uncle touched me. Jeez, I'm Louisem. You are not a happy hunky-dory ghost, are you? So our photos should be second interaction in the dirty water. Sweet. We'll come back. The sparks have dissipated. Get another photo of that thingamabobber, burnt cruci. We have 3 more slots available. Let's, ooh. Now, faintly, and probably behind my voice, you guys may have heard... It is just rubbing up on doors. There was the glass getting tapped, and if I would have taken a picture of that window, it would have counted as an interaction. But one thing that's getting really obnoxious is the beepings. I could... Wow. And breaker's still on? Breaker's still on. Interesting. Now this ghost really wants my pooper. And our sanity's still above 25%. We still need a photo of the ghost, and our sanity dropped, which sucks because I want to spend more time in there without being eaten. So do we go... What is our... We have the music box. Ooh, that's a tough one. All right, let's just keep on keeping on here. What else we have on us? DOTS projector still. Of course we do. Why would I inventory manage? It just makes too much sense. This is why you guys just hang out with me and don't actually try to learn anything from me. All right, so the ghost did step through that salt and no UV evidence was left behind. And that is our last crucifix. I don't have my photo camera on me, you dingus. I don't even know where you were. That was mean. I just flood this bad boy up. Now the breaker is still on. The door closed during a ghost event, so we can't call that a Yuri, which is not on here anyways. It did not step through the salt. That is a wraith tell. Our sanity's still above 25%, so what I'm going to do, just because things and places and whatnots, I have the sanity medication set to giving us 20 sanity at a time. So we are going to be up. Worst case scenario, we're at 100% sanity. That's fine. We don't need to have the perfect investigation. In fact, I don't even need a firelight. That's how I feel about that. We'll grab another camera because I'm horrible at being quick on the draw with these things. Turn this bad boy on. Now, we are still at limited time. Now, with the breaker still on, I'm leaning towards Jinn. Let's go check the temperatures. That was spooky in my bum. 1.1, 1.9. We're not at freezing temperatures. And a Jinn's final evidence. If I'm thinking about Jinn, let's go look over here. Its final evidence will be UV EMF5. Now, I did change the settings to, if it's going to leave fingerprints, there's a 100% chance it's going to leave that fingerprint. So we did not see any toesy prints in the floor when it passed through the salt. So we might be looking for freezing temperatures or... Okay, dear Lord, guys, chill. You too. There we go. Freezing temperatures or uvula, which I'm not seeing any of that. Pickles. So EMF 5. Let's see. We do not see spirit orbs. What is still on the board that we can look for something? Goryo. Goryo would be a nice fancy pants one. Yeah, I see that light flickering. You ain't fooling me. So with the Goryo, a lot of people are like, you have to go hide in the truck to see dots with the Goryo. It's actually not true. If you just have the camera, you can see the dots move on the camera and just like look underneath the camera like I am right now, and I don't see, you know, anything here, but if I see dots on the screen, Goryo, faux show. Which should also be a really good tell that, you know, the ghost that's trying to eat our faces is a Goryo. Because that is the only ghost that will only do that. Another thing you can look for with a Diogen is the spirit box will have the Diogen response, even if you're on like a 1 or 2 evidence run. And what else are we looking for here? Yeah, as far as that goes, that's pretty much it. And that's all we're looking for at the moment. Oh, we had dots, but I saw that in person. Sweet, fantastic. So we're going to narrow it down to an Oni, Goryo, or Raiju. Now, since we did see the dots with our bare naked eyes, we're between Oni and Raiju. Sweet. Let's get... nothing in here. I want my flashlight. Where'd I put my flashlight? Did I throw that in the truck like a dingus? Probably. Excuse me. So what is going through Steve's head right now? Now, a Raiju is one that really loves the electronics and stuff. Where on the list is the Raiju? So, getting all the filler aside, strength, a Raiju can siphon power from nearby electrical devices, making it move faster. And weaknesses is Raiju are constantly disrupting electronic equipment while attacking. Your stuff's going to go nuts when it's ghost hunting. And what's the other one? An Oni? Now, an Oni are much more active while we're nearby and drain our sanity faster. And they disappear less often when hunting their prey. So, I'm kind of thinking with all the electronics we had on, a Raiju is kind of fun to think about. But an Oni, we were around the objective a lot too. Well, what are you doing in there, step bro? I guess it'd be stepsister because it's Nancy, right? I am hearing something. Anyhoozle, the Oni will not blink as much during a hunt, so I think that's what we're going to go for. And what I'm going to do, get rid of the camera right quick. Because we still have our night vision on, so worst case scenario, we can kind of sort of rely on that. Would you quit it with the flickering lights, my dude? Now, because I am a bit of a coward, I like to have the ghost move slow. So if we're going to loop the ghost to the kitchen, I want to make sure I can at least get away from the sucker. And we're going to let it hunt us in a minute. I don't have my camera on me, do I? Nope. Stay there. Ah, you son of a biscuit. I even brought 2 cameras in just for that purpose. Out of here with that nonsense. Darn it, Nancy. I want a flashlight because I don't know where to put my flashlight. Nancy Anderson's sanity capture a photo of the ghost. Yeah. Again, I'm not looking for perfect games. I do try to go for them. The flashlight's right by the front door, dingus. Welcome. Anywho, yeah, my whatever I was saying, yeah, we're going with that. I'm doing fairly well in the game. I am level 140 something. So the cash at the moment does not really mean a whole heck of a lot. What was our cursed object again? Music box. We can play with that. Excuse me, Mrs. Nancy Ghost. I want to play with the music box. I'll play with the music box. We're going to put this right here. Turn that on. Yeah. You do things in places and whatnots. All right. Get my camera handy. Now what we can do is we can summon the ghost with the music box. What's up, girl? Ooh, how you doing? God, you're so cute. Now my flashlight is flickering like Gonzalez's, I don't know, something or other. Don't you be speeding up on me. Did you get faster when I turned on my flashlight? Everything's going nuts. That trucker was fast walking through and past and all the electronics. Yeah, I know. You take a shower after that, you naughty, naughty Nancy. So, this is the part where I'm like, dude, I am not an expert at this game. So we have burnt crucifix. There's our ghost photo. We did smudge that sucker. What I'm going to try to do... disturb salt, fill up our album, sweet, fantastic, GTFO. Now, based off of that, now this is where I'm going to say, I believe that the Oni, when it blinks while it's hunting, it stays in its physical form more often when it's hunting and blinks slower or less often. And that mother trucker got real quick around when I turned on my flashlight and as we were passing where I had everything set up, all the electronics set up. So I'm going to go with Raiju based on that. Now, am I great at this game? No. Could I be wrong? 50% chance of that. So we're going to go with our... Oh, I forgot to do that part. So my hunch right now is Raiju.
Welcome back.
And it was a decent hunch, just based off of the way that the ghost sped up and stuff. Whenever I activated my flashlight, it got a little bit faster. And the Oni blink, I believe, is a bit more pronounced. Ooh, discover the ghost type. So up next, let's try Grafton Farmhouse. I do love that map. Let's get that one rolling. Or some other like transitional saying. Yeah. All right. I totally did not just experience technical difficulties. We are back at Grafton with Jessica Barton. All right. Another possible ankle biter here. We have prevent the ghost with a cruci, get an average sanity below 25%, and have a member of your team witness a ghost event. Ooh, fancy pants. Now, this is a bigger map, so what we're going to do is do my usual single player on my own setup. Get the night vision goggles, get the crucifix. We're going to dive right into this bad boy, and I'll explain a little bit of why I take the path I do, too, while I'm here. What was the technical difficulty, you might ask? I had to go get coffee, and I accidentally paused recording. So, and then did the rest of the investigation without unpausing it. Anyhoozle, we're back on Grafton. This is my second time tonight. What I'm doing here, all right, do what you said you're going to do. I walk in, I'm going to take the baseline temperature of 9 degrees. I'm going to check this shelf for the music box. I'm going to check the wall over. Hello? This house might actually be haunted. Check the wall for the magic mirror. Walk in the dining room here, and on the corner of the table here is the tarot cards. Now, the reason I take the same paths over and over again every time I go to the investigation is so I can go... I have like the route planned out to go to the fuse boxes. So as I'm looking for the ghost room, looking for the bone, I am also taking the same path that I normally would take, and I come through here, hit the living room, and the next location for the fuse box will be on the other side of the bedroom there. There's the closet, and that has the breaker box in it potentially. 9.2 degrees. Open the door. Ouija board will be on the floor here. The breaker box would be on this wall, right where you can kind of see where like the dust outline is. That's where it normally hangs out. Now again, we have to look at the beds and stuff for bones now, which is kind of, you know, sucks. Now this, unfortunately, you cannot play with these toilets, so no potty humor on this channel. At least not in this investigation. In that room. We can absolutely have potty humor. Alright, next we're going to check the closet. We do have a hiding spot right here. Excellent, that's good to know. Still no ghost room. I think I heard like something up in like the kids' room upstairs, like go thump in the night. Spooky. Up next, this is where the monkey paw likes to hang out in the twins' room, grouping the axe there. We're still on the lookout for the bone. So the thing with no evidence runs, a lot of people are saying still, for some reason, bring in a video camera looking for orbs. So a lot of players have noticed lately that ghost orbs are not quick to appear anymore. Make sure I turn these lights on as I'm entering. So don't rely on the ghost orbs to try to find the ghost room. And especially on like lesser evidence runs, there's 10 or 11 ghosts that have orbs. And now, ooh, bone. Oop. Urgh, bears. And now that the, you know, it's one less evidence, the ghost orbs could possibly not be an evidence. So there's really no sense in looking for them. 1.3 degrees. I thought I heard something go bump in the night up here. We have the breaker box and the summoning circle over here at the master bedroom. Did I turn on that light? Probably not. So we are well off to find a perfect investigation. Somebody who, you know, really likes to do the perfect investigations. The way that the bone has changed, and it can be in like more locations on top of furniture, really hard to see. I'm not as enthused about finding the perfect investigation, finding the bones anymore. So that is just an opinion. It's nothing to do with really how to play the game. It's just, you know, my opinion. So if you don't feel the bone, don't feel bad, because they are difficult to find anymore. And so Mare is on the board. A Mare is the one that likes to turn off the lights, and this thing, it's dark, I can't see. Alright, so Mares love to turn off the lights on you. You can get in like some really hilarious like light switch battles with the Mare. But since the breaker was knocked, bring my bum bomb in your face. Anywho, we can knock off the Djinn, since that knocked the breaker pretty quickly, and the Mares love turning off the lights, and you can... Excuse you. Did you knock this over? One more time? Come on, lady, you gave me goosebumps like no other. Like, come on. That's it, like a couple more times. That thing is following me. Now, anybody who's better at the game than I am will be able to tell you what the ghost is based off of that. I'm not 100% sold on what I think it is yet. I'm not going to open my mouth as to what I think it is yet, because I could very much be wrong. Let me go. You are creepy. You're creepy. That thing was mean. It was a spirit?
I've got some jobs ready for you.
Wow. Interesting. I went with demon because of how early that happened, but I must have been losing my sanity much faster than I thought. And it spawned outside the radius of the Whatchahooser. And my chocolate starfish is about as tight as like WD-40 could not even cure this right now. It is... All right. Touche, spirit. We are here. I'm still... And Bailey, another possible ankle biter. I just had an ankle biter and it did not feel so great. Motion sensor. Hush. Motion sensor, cleanse the area with an incense, and escape a ghost during a hunt. Sweet, fantastic. Now, same as before. Put everything in action. I don't know why I suggest bringing the crucifix anymore if the dang spirit's going to spawn outside the crucifix range. They get spawned in the door frame. Like, evil little ankle biter, dude. Evil. But we can't end on that one, guys. Just like any other match you have with your friends, sometimes you just cannot leave on that match. So, 10 degrees in here. Nice and toasty. I glanced over, no music, no magic mirror, no tarot cards, but there's a Funky Town piano. Chaw. All right, my favorite area. I don't hate this kitchen. I don't like it. I don't hate it. Like the island and the stove, the range top here are way too far apart. Like I like a 1.5 step away, but that's just me. There's just so much wasted space, especially like 3 doors. Yeah. Alright, I have my suspicion as to where you are now. No bone on the floor, no bone on the floor. Your mommy's touching doors. There's no bone on the floor. Hi, Ghosty Locks. Actually, we have the camera. Yeah, what door are you touching now? Jeezum Louisum, you love the doors. Anyways, so came through, go check out the back of the kitchen there. I thought I saw this skull in here. Oh, that's so cute. Thanks. No, thank you. Hold on. One thing I cannot do is investigate with a teddy bear nearby. These things' heads turn, and then they start giggling at you, and it's just no bueno. You can go hang out in here. Is the monkey paw in here by chance? It is not. So we did not find the cursed object. Is there a hiding spot in here? There is. Good news bears. Let's go check in here for the breaker. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Oh, we still have to go upstairs, find the cursed object, get our free photo out of that. And in case that sucker tries to follow us up there, we'll at least get some photographs. Turn the lights on the way back to our objective room. That way when we do hit the breaker, it'll be well illuminated for us and less time in the spooky, creepy dark. And if you're brand spanking new to the channel and brand spanking new to the game, well, first off, welcome and welcome. This is a fantastically fun game, but we like to illuminate our path because the darker your path is, the more your sanity will drain. The more your sanity drains, the more creepy ankle biters will come and try to eat your bumhole. So we just sprint on down here. You can probably take off our nods. Now, I also like to keep a limited amount of lights on, especially with lesser evidence runs, because the djinn will turn lights on to try to break or trip the breaker. So the less lights you have on, the less chance the djinn can fool you into tripping the breaker on you. So there's that. Out the door we go, past this creepy stuff. Zoom, zoom. Take a drink. Alright, in the back of the truck, especially after that last hunt that just happened, we're going to take our crucifix in, let the books cook. What else would be a good one to have? Do we have to bring in a motion sensor? We do. Let's just get this one knocked out of the way. Motion sensor is really good. If that's an objective, I like to get it up there semi-early and then follow up with the spirit box. That way I can tell we are not going up there anymore. We got eaten up there. We're over here now. That way I could tell where the ghost is hanging out mostly, and I can go in with the spirit box and try to track it down quicker. So this radius, I want some of the radius to be over here in the living room. Let's get the spirit or the motion sensor down, and the rest I'm going to try to cover those 2 off rooms real quick. Alright, the ghost is hanging out right here. And just to see what doors are being Uncle Touchied here, I gotta watch what words I use in this game. Or on YouTube, at least. I like to have the doors, like, just slightly ajar. That's not slightly ajar. That's slightly ajar. Good enough. So, yeah. You do that, you can more easily tell which door was touched. And if you're rocking the UV flashlight, you can go run to it, be like, it was that door. Take a photo of it, get your 3-star interaction evidence. Such a beautiful night. To be perished. Alright, EMF detector, spirit books. Let's get the colorful purple lights in there to go see if we see any grimy fingerprints in the walls. It could possibly be a little kid ghost, little ankle biter, so Lord knows I do not want to see booger fingers on everything. Alright, lights have remained on. That's fun. Beep. Boo boo bop. Boo boo bop. You touch any windows yet? Gosh, there's a lot of surfaces for the ghost to give us UV evidence. Kind of digging that. Alright, we have the spirit box. Spirit box works better in the dark. Not always. Where are you? Did I turn that light on? Ooh, somebody will play it back and see if that's the ghost doing that. Where are you? What's your name? Where are you? How did you die? What is your favorite color? If you're living a pineapple under the sea, would you think Squidward is attractive? What is your name? How did you die? Give us a sign. Like, seriously, like, throw something so I know where you're standing at least, because I really don't like walking around this room getting all dizzy. Now, a lot of the activity is kind of happening with us outside of the room, so off the bat, that would give me shade vibes. A shade is one. Let me, next time I go to the truck, I'll bring up the shade's little story there. But shade essentially does not like to interact with players nearby. Oh, touche. You touch this door. Hi. Fancy meeting you here. Do you like this door? I was just talking about shades. Do you like shades? Do you think shades are cute? Like, some people like bigger people, some people like skinnier people. Is like shade like your style? Or twins, Basil? I bet you like... it could be a little kid. We're not going to go down that road. Twins. No ring around the rosy. Alright, we took a photograph. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go... I can see the outline of the ghost right there, so that knocks off the phantom. But did you hear how it was squealing with our electronics there? Ooh. It was really squealing with our stuff there. That could just be the night vision, but... And it could just be me losing my mind at this hour after shoveling snow all day because my dum-dum bum forgot to get gas for the snowblower. Halfway, not even halfway, about a third of the way down the driveway. Yep. Any hoozle. What were we talking about? Things, places, and whatnots. So, really, I don't think a shade would have really done that. -8 where we are standing, though. Freezing temperatures. Raiju is off the board. A demon would have probably tried to hunt us by now. So I could safely knock off demon in my head. So up next, we're going to go with a mimic. Go look for the ghosty orbs, or just orbs in general, but I like to really look for the mimic. Now, the cool thing about that is when you're doing like two evidence runs, if I have 2 pieces of evidence and I'm still getting ghost orbs, guaranteed mimic. So let's go look for that next. We're going to bring in our video camera, and I think we're down to the dots, right? Before we start trying to knock off other things and places and whatnots. Yeah. Ooh, maybe a Hauntu. Hauntu would be fun to go after. So I do like to bring in the tripod for bigger rooms. The problem with the tripod is you have to make sure that... Let me see if I can actually do it against one of these walls here. Or I'll just do it in the objective. You can get the tripod hung up on a wall whenever you place it, which is cool for like normal ghosts because you have a higher vantage point. So we can do it right here. Nope. Apparently not. I want to show something off, but I don't think I can. Let's try it right here. No. You've probably seen it. No. Excuse me. No. I'm recording you. This is going to go to the police. No Orbeez. That's good to know. You are just loving doors. Ooh. Is this a bad touch moment? No. No bad touch, 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 no bad touch. Did I see breath? Did I not see breath? I don't think I saw breath.
Welcome back. There's some jobs.
That's what I thought. So go back a little bit if you'd like, but we quickly got that UV evidence. That's great, fantastic. Let's step away from the board here real quick. Let's go back in our truck. This is our mock truck, right? Well, that's interesting. I've never looked up the skybox before. Anyhoozle. Oh, that was from the investigation that I ran away from because I screwed up the recording. It threw the paintbrush a couple times. Anywho. So, what happened is we had the freezing temperatures. We're like, yay, that knocked off a couple things. Now, the breaker was never switched off. So Jinn likes to do that. And if you notice, the lights kept coming on. So a Jinn will try to turn on the lights to throw the breaker because naturally the Jinn cannot turn off the breaker. So it tried to turn on the lights. And at the last moment, we saw the UV sitting there. We did not see the orbs, which means it was not a mimic. Now, it took quite a while for it to actually hunt us, even though it was a cheesy hunt that happened in the closet because he's a brat. She's a brat. But it took too long for a demon. Demons are really like early aggressive hunters. So if it has not tried to eat me that early, then I'm going to knock off a demon. That leaves us with the Jinn and the Hantu. So the negative temperatures were pretty low. For -8 degrees, typically would scream Hantu to me. Even lower, though, is what really makes it a Hantu. So yeah, Hantus are the ones that really like to hunt in the cold. Let me go over to the ghost real quick and bring up the Hantu. Lower temperatures allow the Hantu to hunt at faster speeds. All right, sweet, fantastic. They move slower in warmer areas. So make sure the breaker is on, and that will help slow down the Hantu a smidge. The Jinn, though, what really gave it away is the lack of breath that a Hantu would give. Like, if imagine you walk outside and you have the breath coming out. That's also the Hantu. A Jinn, though, will travel at faster speed if the victim is far away. So it came at me quick, but when it got close, I was almost able to get away-ish. Like, I was doomed to be eaten, but still. The lights turning on, though, turning off the location of the breaker, turning off the thing that you're reading right here, it tries to kill the breaker. So if the breaker's on, it becomes more powerful. So it will try to turn on lights to overload the breaker and then trip the breaker that way. If you have too many lights on in the investigation, you yourself can trip the breaker. So yeah, that's what the Jinn tried to do. The breaker was not switched. And as I was retreating backwards, you saw the light was still on in there. So the breaker was left on during the hunt and there's no breath coming out. And that was like last second thinking. Yeah, that's what led us to the Jinn. Cool. Cool. Now, unfortunately, we died, but we are getting a little low on time, especially all the snow coming down. I really do have to shovel one more time before I call it an evening. But I wanted to say thank you guys so darn much for watching, hanging out with me on this cold, wintry day. Tony Montana's white fluff is everywhere. So yeah, appreciate you guys so darn much. Thank you so much for hanging out. You guys are the best in the world, and I will absolutely catch you in the next one. Bye.